Greetings to you all, and thank you all for showing up in support of the Circle of Life Garden Farms Healthy Living Community Summit. I would like to open with a story about purpose, self-determination, and faith. When I was 12 years old, I remember standing tall next to my grandfather's body, which lay peacefully in the casket. On behalf of my father, I had to speak about how extraordinary of a man he was and the impact that he had on my father based on the stories that he shared with me over the years. My grandfather was a farmer who grew up in Mississippi, where he met my grandmother, who also grew up on the farm. They moved up here to Seattle, where they had 14 kids, with my father being the youngest. As soon as he became an adult, my grandfather left and went back down to Mississippi to be on the farm and continue growing his legacy. A seed was planted in me that day, and this urge to carry on his legacy fell heavy on my spirit. However, I had the slightest clue on where to gain the knowledge and skills that he had. This was also the time my life took a drastic turn. I got kicked out of Seattle public schools and introduced to the streets, weed and alcohol, gangs, survival crimes, and incarceration. This is called the school-to-prison pipeline. The things that I had to witness and experience had adverse effects on me, my family, and community. But the fire burning inside of me to carry on my grandfather's legacy never died. After serving a year at Green Hill, I was sent to a ranch in Parkland, where I had to work, go to school, and maintain good behavior in order to be released. I was assigned to be the animal keeper and overseer of the crops. All alone, I taught myself animal husbandry, agriculture, despite the low wages. I was learning the knowledge and skills that my grandfather possessed, and I received peace and tranquility. This happened to be the greatest experience of my life and a major turning point. When I returned back to Seattle, I quickly became frustrated because I could not find a setting to provide what the farm blessed me with. These opportunities only came to my life while incarcerated. Forestry, wildfire fighting, agriculture, conservation, ecology, sustainability. Mastering each one of these trades and innovating new systems and processes was just how I chose to do my time, because it kept me balanced, healthy, and out of the way of trouble. Most importantly, it prepared me to be able to carry on the legacy that was left behind. This, what I shared, did not come easy. Being the only black person in these spaces was not comfortable, but this did not deter me from seeking sacred knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the land and the seeds that were saved and passed down to my grandfather, my father, and then to me. I did not allow history to define our story. My spirit did not disconnect from the Creator and the earth that breathes life exceedingly and abundantly. By not internalizing the traumatic history that my ancestors had to experience, I was able to see the gateway towards healing, transformation, and liberation on land. A gateway that I believe will lead the next generation to independence, freedom, peace, and prosperity. The Circle of Life Gardens and Farms movement is a seed that will only germinate in a specific type of soil, a soil that is sacred and free from toxins, a soil that breathes life and energy and healing into the mind, body, and soul, a soil that revitalizes the relationship between land, self, and community to ensure our own survival and the seeds that are spread around us. George Washington Carver once said, "Where there is no vision, there is no hope." I share my story in hopes of inspiring and motivating you all to share the vision that you all come here to see. I strongly encourage you all to reconnect and reclaim ancestral greatness in the way that I did. The Circle of Life Garden and Farms will serve as a vessel for this type of connection in your personal life as well as your community. Let today bring you purpose, self-determination, and faith. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. We must come together as a community to secure the community from whatever environmental, economic, and social threats that are putting us at risk. Sustainable community development is a gateway, but first we must be able to make the steps in that direction. On this common ground, let us move forward in unity, but this work is needed to ensure our own survival and the seeds to come. Thank you all for coming, and blessings to you all.